Hey guys, today we are making merenguitos, aka meringue cookies. These are so beautiful, so elegant, but super simple to make. All they take is 3 ingredients. We're going to use some eggs, cup of sugar, and either vanilla extract or lemon juice. We start by separating our egg whites out from our egg yolks. I love doing this. I find it so fun for some reason. Everyone has their method, but I like just cracking the eggs in half and then just moving the yolk back and forth between the halves until all of the whites have poured down. We'll do that for 3 egg yolks. This recipe makes about 24 to 30 cookies, so 3 egg yolks for that amount. You can double it if needed. And once we've got our egg yolks in our bowl, we're just going to beat them until stiff peaks form. You can use a stand mixer, but I like using my hand mixer. I find this tool to be so adequate. I don't have a stand mixer at all. I find them so expensive and clunky, and this just fits perfectly in my cabinets. And it didn't cost $500, so it's a win-win. Anyway, the key here is to get those stiff, stark white peaks formed in our egg whites before we add anything else. And once they look like this, we're gonna add hot water to a larger bowl. We're not filling the bowl with water. We're just adding enough so that we can rest the bowl with the egg whites inside of it without letting any of that water spill into our egg whites. That's really important. Essentially, we're just making a water bath sort of situation so that our sugar can dissolve really easily. So at this point we can add our sugar and then continue to beat everything together. You'll notice the mixture is going to soften a little bit with the sugar when it's initially added, but then as we continue to beat on high, it'll turn back to this shiny, really beautiful, stark white color. This step does take time. Like, I think it took me about 10 minutes beating on high speed for these stiff peaks to form again. And once you've achieved that, you can add either, like I said, lemon juice or vanilla extract. And at this point, you can also add a few drops of food coloring. You can add any other kind of like flavoring extract, like almond extract or a little bit of rum if you like. Now is the time to do that and beat again until our stiff peaks have been formed. And from here, you are ready to pipe out your meringue cookies. So I like using a piping tip just because it gives us that really beautiful shape. And then I just use a Ziploc bag because that's what I had. But of course, if you have piping bags, feel free to use those. And if you don't have a piping tip, just use a Ziploc bag and cut a hole in the corner. The design will be a little bit less fancy, but they will still be delicious and they'll still keep that really nice shape. So we're just going to pipe our meringue cookies onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. Like I mentioned, this recipe will make anywhere from 24 to 30 meringue cookies. It's just going to depend on the size that you decide to pipe them out. And you are pretty much done. We're going to preheat our oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll bake these for 1 hour if you want a chewier cookie, or 2 hours if you want a really crunchy, crisp cookie. And once they're done baking, you can turn off the oven and just leave them in the oven for about an hour while the oven cools, and they're gonna come out looking something like this. These are so addicting. They taste like either vanilla or lemony sugar cookies. They have that crispy, crunchy outside, and depending on how long you cook them, they have a marshmallowy inside. I hope you give them a try and enjoy. Buen provecho and happy holidays.